Welcome back to the channel, gang. It's your boy Civic Collector. What we got going on today? Let's see. I don't really have to, but a lot of y'all have been asking me to drop the string alignment video, so I'm going to show y'all how to string align the stance car. If I have enough time or will in me, I'll do the 6-in-2. Because it does need, the front is hella misaligned, you know, since I did new rack and subframe and everything. So I gotta align that. So I'll show you how to, you know, align a track car and align a stance car. A couple different methods to do this, and that's just with strings themselves and other various pieces of equipment like toe plates. I have toe plates. I don't know if I couldn't really get it down with all the camber or what, but I couldn't get a straight wheel with the toe plates. So I prefer the string, and this is just the way I do it, and I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but this way works for me, honestly. You know, it works for me. Got the fuel pressure gauge on. I'm gonna run it on the rail, at least for now, versus on the regulator. But got these clips just kind of mocked up. Not much update, but I got a new flywheel and the new clutch, ACT clutch, so that should be good. I do not have a transmission for it yet, but it is the components for a Type S RSX transmission, so 6-speed. I still have to acquire one of those. Wasn't able to get the last one I had a lead on, but honestly, I'm just steady looking. So if you know where a K20A2 transmission is, let me know. And if it's cheap and near Tennessee, hit me up. All right, we got the car jacked up. Well, semi-jacked. Hold up, I spot a safety issue. We gotta go get these damn cinder blocks, BRB. All right, I got the car up on blocks, and I'm dying. First of all, shout out Zach and Double Digit Demons. That's the homie. Support your homies, y'all. Stop trying to only latch on and support big clout brands just to get further in, you know, the car community. Anyways, so you want your car on blocks because you're doing an alignment, so you need the suspension loaded. Why do you want it raised? Well, so my fat ass can fit under there. So otherwise, on the ground, you'd have to adjust it, you know, so I like to give myself room. So basically, you want your car up on blocks to give you room and to maintain loaded suspension. I just wanted to say, do this if you feel comfortable working on your car. You know, I'm not a professional, I'm not your mentor, you know, I'm my apprentice. However, it is a proven method, so, you know, watch and learn. After you got your car jacked up on your blocks, you're gonna wanna make sure the wheel is centered. Now we're gonna straighten the wheel. So we're gonna start the car, throw it in neutral, and make sure the wheel is centered. All right, right, I believe it's centered. We're gonna turn it off and leave the car neutral. If you have a brake lock and a steering wheel lock, that's not a bad idea. You can get it on Amazon for cheap. It's just gonna keep the steering wheel locked straight centered and obviously keep the brake lock, but I got a little chalk behind the wheel, so let's hope that's all right. Now that the wheel's centered, you're gonna get your jacks or something similar and a string, tie it up, running the length of the vehicle parallel to the wheels. So offset and the width of the wheel make a difference, but that's why I like this method with cambered cars, and it seems to be all right. So usually if your car is really off, it's not gonna be touching either here or here, indicating that it's either towed out or towed in. Same with the back. I did my alignment recently, so it's pretty even. And we gotta set up this side, but I'm gonna set up this side. This side might be a little off. It was when I adjusted it last time, so we'll see if it held, but this method works pretty good for camber cars. I mean, the wheel's pretty straight and it seems like it's tracking pretty good. Cars that are not much camber and have pretty similar offsets, you can just do it by pulling the string away from the wheel at a measured distance. I usually do like, I don't know, 6 inches or whatever from the center. And then you just measure the space in between the string. But I'm gonna try to show you that on the 6th gen. So if this were to need adjustment, you would come under here, just toe in the rear, stock. Those toe arms, these white line toe arms are just toe in the rear. So you would spin that clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on if your car wheel is towed in or out, and just kind of run it parallel with the string. So that's pretty much all it is too. These are just the toe and go alignment. It works enough for me. If we had to do the front, you come to your tie rods right here, loosen that, spin this, same thing. This wheel would move in or out like that, in accordance to the string. Pretty simple. We're gonna check the other side. So my alignment is pretty much good. String is making contact. String is making contact. I mean, maybe could be a little tighter, but it's touching. So if it's touching, in theory, your wheel is at least. So that's how you do it when you have a good amount of camber. I'm at like -14, -15, 15 in the rear for sure, probably 14 in the front, but definitely a good method. I'm gonna show you on the 6th gen, and I know I will have to adjust things, so that should be pretty good.